I figured it out. It's
I like that came through in
probably
3
not
separate bits.
as good when there's a delay. Because my voice and my typing shouldn't match up. Well, I don't know. Anyway, where were we? Only, hey guys, 30 minutes late. That's okay. My roommates wanted to do dinner tonight. I told them I got game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're waiting.
How's that a surprise?
What?
Nothing.
Taking cover. Entrance to Ayleid ruins.
Right.
You guys have very limited supplies. I was thinking, you would have probably been able to scavenge some of what the guardsmen were taking with them when they were leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it would have been scattered around, maybe bits of it damaged. So maybe found some grain that they had. They didn't have a lot of stuff because
Mm-hmm.
everybody was running out of food
Right.
and supplies.
Right.
So there you are.
We got a few stale
Storm.
crusts of bread and some shitty ale. I don't know what I'm going to do.
You got some flour as well. You can mix with water
and just eat it.
Yeah, you bake it and eat it. Well, you pan fry it and eat it.
Yeah, you cook it first.
With what?
Fire?
It's okay.
Do I just
with a
cast
stick?
destruction magic on our wheat on a stick?
Well, some sort of pot or pan is almost certainly something the guards would have had. Maybe.
Well, I didn't pick one up.
I'm gonna go
if they had
into
the raw
woods and gather edible vegetables and or herbs. You guys figure out what you're doing. And I casually stroll off into the woods.
Go round?
I guess
I would
try to start a fire.
If you are going to look around, do not do it further into this ruin.
What if there are
come
people
on.
here other than
There might be stuff in here that is a fair possibility, which is why you shouldn't go by yourself.
If you wait for me to get back, I'll totally go with you.
If we are going to venture further into these ruins, which I'm not saying we don't, mostly because we are low on funds and there might be useful items left down here.
What do you typically see in these ruins? What do you expect? Monsters?
Could be anything. Could be goblins. Could be undead. For all I know, there might be an Ayleid lich just waiting down here to murder us all with magic.
Well, that last one sounds real bad.
Yeah. These ruins are pretty. They're no joke.
Well, if we want some water, it sounds like there is some water in this cave.
Well, it's also raining, so.
I thought it wasn't raining. I thought it was about to rain, but it hasn't.
Well, if it's about to rain, we're about to get some water.
Can I use alchemy for my foraging?
Yeah, I think I can agree to that. I think going out and looking for stuff. What'd you get?
I got a 4 total.
Yes, skeevers.
She rolled great.
Yeah, I think you definitely find some of those mountain berries, western mountain berry. What are those called? The red ones, I think, which can be used in a lot of different things. Oh man, I don't know. I should know my alchemy better off the top of my head. What else? You find some mushrooms that you think you can maybe brew it up into like a magicka restoring potion. If you find some more ingredients.
Well, another day then. This will be good enough for now. I think we can Well,
Oh,
at
and
least
you're
maybe the
looking
humans
for
can
you're
subsist.
looking for stuff to actually eat, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you find some berries. Um, it's might be enough for everybody to have like a meal, but it'll be pretty small. Some nuts. I don't know if you go for grubs or anything like that.
Yeah, man, food's food. Insects are pretty high on protein.
One cannot be picky.
Yeah,
Have you,
but that
have
probably
you
takes you
seen
a little
most of
while.
the wildlife in Morrowind? It's like all bugs.
Well, I know the Dark Elf won't have any issues eating grubs.
I have no issue.
You know, it's a good thing I don't follow the Green Pact, or this would be incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
I don't have a bow.
You'll get one.
You'll probably get one. If you survive long enough, you'll get one.
All right, let's go sneakily kill whoever else is in these ruins so I can take their stuff.
Mm.
Maybe we could sleep for the night.
One can hope. I would be more than willing to eat the corpses of whoever we kill in here, as long as they're not rotting like zombies or something.
I give you a strange look.
What?
You would have their flesh go to waste?
Was unaware that you were one of the cannibals.
I guess I'm not sure what we're going to find in this room.
Well, we're
And
not
Ah,
gonna.
that made it sound more like it was people than things.
I highly doubt we're going to run into people down here.
Do
I don't
all
know.
of us even have weapons?
I have a dagger.
I have also a dagger and a two-handed sword.
So
Yeah, you've
two
got
of us
the.
have weapons.
Yep.
Your character has another one. It has a katana.
Yes, I have a sword. You have a sword. I don't think a dagger
Three of
really
us.
counts.
You'd be surprised what I can do with a dagger. Or maybe you wouldn't.
Hmm.
I look like I'd be surprised.
I offer you the berries and probably some of the mushrooms that I know are safe. I'm gonna offer the nuts and grubs and other mushrooms to the rest of us.
Grubs.
Better eat up.
It's not the first time I've had grubs.
So we're just setting up camp then after that feast, and kind of settling in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Trying to start a fire, hoping we can cook.
Yeah, is there a fire? In my mind, for some reason, it'd be appropriate to see the flickering light of a fire, but you guys don't actually. I mean, don't have fire right now. So no.
I'd try to start a fire.
And yeah, the rain it starts pitter pattering around, light at first, and then it gets slowly heavier. It's not like coming down hard, but it's in the little entryway for the ruin. There isn't a lot of stuff above your head. You're definitely protected from the wind, but there is a little bit of splatter that's coming in
Mhm.
to your little area. There's the ruin itself is kind of, it looks like it's kind of slumped a little bit, and the top of it is for sure. It feels like you're staring at the top of like a building, and like there would be more that goes. Like you look like you're looking at the spire part or something.
Mhm.
There's probably more to it, and so but that kind of messes up the door. The like there's it would be like you'd have to kind of scooch through the entryway to actually get into the building.
Mm.
I have a strict anti-scooching policy.
Lucky for you, I
Okay, now
scooch pretty often.
Gooch.
as we set up camp and do it was kind of a crazy, hectic day. Is anyone like look horribly injured or uncomfortable?
Yeah, hi.
I'm relatively all right.
I think
I
Aaron
have
for
a
sure has a moderate. Yeah.
Yep, I have a moderate. I am sliced,
The
probably
guy,
somewhere very uncomfortable.
the sword. Yeah, like right at the you got cut like right at the crease of where your shirt like keeps flapping, and so you maybe being able to put
Too dead skin.
something over top of it to like, but it's still like red and like might get infected and is bleeding a little bit down your chest. You have to like wipe at it every once in a while.
Here's a very game mechanic question. If I eat one of everything that I've managed to find so far, except the Daedroth materials, because I'm pretty sure those aren't going to do any kind of health boost, do I know if any of these have any kind of restorative properties?
Um, I'm gonna say no. You don't know off the top of your what's your alchemy skill? It's plus.
2. It's fair.
I'm gonna say you didn't find any that you know of some, and in fact you're probably pretty sure that there's potentially some in the area. But I'm gonna make you roll better for it.
Better than good?
Better than good. That's right.
Shoot.
Say no.
Okay, well,
I listen. Last session I protected you with plot armor, but the training wheels they're coming off. Little by little. We're gonna take the bumpers off the bowling alley.
She's trying to
We're gonna
determine.
get your water wings, pull them off, deflate them a little bit. You know.
Aha.
well, I don't want to interrupt the water wing analogy, but I'm going to go over to Christina's characters, whose name is probably in my notes that I don't have with me. But
When
and when and offer the goddess Mara can assist in your recovery there if you are interested. Certainly, the blessings of love and beauty are ones that are upon you.
if your goddess deems it right, then so shall it be. She
Right,
is
so
giving you a weird look.
I will gesture and my hands glow probably a little bit, and I do a heal, which should get rid of stress and minor consequence.
How much? Like all of it?
I think if it's just minor, yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Then perhaps for tonight we rest, since I don't have enough to help your moderate consequence at the moment.
I'm gonna go over to Aaron's character's name.
Bertolus.
Bertolus. That's right. I'm gonna go over to Bertolus, and we have got it on the screen here. I could probably just read it. Thanks to remember.
I'm gonna tell you what told us.
Bertol, I'm gonna basically say almost the same thing to Bertolus, except for I'm gonna leave off the blessing of love and beauty part. But if Goddess Mara is willing, I will certainly heal you.
Yeah, I guess you get healing too. Whatever.
Oh, well, thank you.
There goes his poetic words just
I
out
guess
the
I
window.
don't deserve love and beauty.
I mean, have you seen your
Certainly,
face?
everyone has some degree of love and beauty.
Ouch! Got him.
What?
Zero's
That hurt
a
more than this
number.
wound.
Yeah,
Like a
my
mental
healing.
stress.
Yeah,
Take a mental.
I was going to say that my healing fixes the physical, but does the mental at the same time. Yeah. I will cast heal on him as well,
Hey,
but it's
wait.
not actually going to help.
I'm really bad at remembering this, but was that fate point worthy? I think.
I would
Yeah.
advocate
Probably
for it.
one.
Yeah,
With
I'd
that
say that's probably worth it.
sick burn before you heal him.
Yep.
Yeah. fate level burn.
Yeah,
Great,
better heal
cool.
that burn.
Does it at least clear my stress boxes?
I think so.
That's good enough.
But you still have the major consequence. Or minor.
Yeah, I'll look concerned as it doesn't quite close your sliced, and see that and say something that perhaps um, perhaps I'm sorry, perhaps that maybe a little more devotion to love and beauty is needed here.
This is so great.
God, I'm gonna alert every goddamn thing in this cave with my laughter on that one.
Maybe next time I'll let you take the sword blow.
I don't think that qualifies as learning about love and beauty there, Bertolus.
No, but it'll teach him about combat.
It won't teach anybody if he's dead.
He probably wouldn't die from that.
The goddess Mara is my shield.
He looks small and tiny and very breakable.
No, I was your shield.
Maybe I should go back out in nature.
I'm running out of crappy ale.
You've drank that very fast.
Well, there were only like 3 bottles of it, so yeah.
It's been about an hour, hasn't it?
Yeah. And
And?
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
She looks confused.
Vale, thank you anyway for healing me. It does feel better.
I am apologize that I'm still learning in the ways of godly power. I see.
you mean restoration magic?
Shh.
So yeah, the ultimate question I have is, do you go? Does anyone go into the hole in the wall to see the ruins, or are we gonna avoid the danger? Supposedly,
Well,
that's what he's
we can
saying.
go after we rest.
Mm.
Since our 2 fighters appear to be in need of sleep, I will keep first watch.
Mm.
Okay, then. So the evening gets dark really quickly as the clouds move in, um, and a chill night for pretty much everybody trying to stay warm. You have no furs. You've got maybe some cloths or things you managed to scrape from the prison, but not a lot. So everyone should take a temporary. We'll call it a scene, a situational aspect of. Or no. Let's have you roll for it first. Roll like
I'll get that too.
man. There's not a good. See, this is maybe I should have
Maybe it is physique.
had a physique skill.
That makes sense.
Well, it would
Like
just
a
be your
stamina.
physical stress.
I guess
You
roll
could roll
plus
your current physical stress.
current
Yeah.
physical stress. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tap 1 with nature and pay a fate point to not suffer the consequences of a cold night.
Cool.
So plus your physical stress?
Yeah. So roll a dice at your at your current physical. So if you're hurt,
Nope, I'm fixed.
even though
What?
Well, I got healed.
How does it go that?
My
She
physical
put
stress?
a lot of points into it.
I did. I wanted to be tank.
It's possible that could break the game if we keep moving forward with that
No,
progression.
I'm
You
gonna
guys could get a
go.
lot of
She
HP,
just is gonna get hit a lot.
but that
That's
just means
all.
I have to do more damage. Is all.
Or I just like can
Cool.
go down the dexterity route if
Mhm.
Aaron is going shield and sword or board and sword or whatever.
It's whatever.
What did everybody get?
Good.
8.
Yeah, the lowest was good. 3.
Legendary.
Lowest was a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have some aspect you should tag to make this worse on me, but I haven't found it yet.
Inexperienced.
So whoever got the 3, you're the only. Oops, better than a 3. You need better than good. You needed. And in my mind, it goes. What? Apprentice, novice, journeyman,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the instead of good, fair, good, great.
So novice would be mediocre? Or
Yeah.
novice is average?
I can't remember what does it start out at?
Plus 0 is
Mediocre's-
mediocre.
No, novice would be +1.
Okay.
Novice is +1. Apprentice? Does it go apprentice then journeyman?
Correct.
Yep. Novice,
In my
apprentice,
mind.
journeyman, expert, master.
I feel like I should take some negatives though because I'm from the desert.
Yeah, but
Well-
you are very tough.
You also got legendary on your roll, so I'm gonna need you to shush with your fancy physical stress boxes, miss.
You maybe are vocal about, being like, it's so cold, I'm not used to this cold.
Nope, I definitely won't be vocal about it.
But out at the desert at night, it can get
That's
cold.
true, it gets cold. This is true. Never mind.
It's so cold I got hot tea delivered.
It's the wet that really causes the problem.
The goddess Mara bestowed hot tea upon you.
No.
I will start referring to Laura as the goddess Mara.
Yeah.
So is that just
Perfect.
was it just Greg then who got the
That was me and Greg.
the two of you
And
are
me.
a bit 3 of you.
Oh, yeah, Aaron also got it.
You're all a bit cold. For the remaining until you get rid of that somehow.
Cool.
And the night kind of passes uncomfortably. So the morning starts to lighten up, and with it, the storm kind of lessens. The rain and the wind both are letting up. What's the plan? You know that the Imperial City is due east. Probably at least a couple more days. Don't exactly know.
Well, do we want to investigate this tunnel?
You made a very good point yourself. We have no septums. How will we
Mhm.
pay for things?
Fair point.
And this is a wonderful new thing to experience down there, I'm sure, right?
Yes, just be careful where you're stepping. These places are tricky.
You seem to know quite a bit about them. Maybe you should lead the way.
Yeah, I think our other elf here should lead the way.
It will be the first
mindful
time I've
Be
explored
mindful
one
of pressure plates, obviously.
without my gear, but we should be all right. After me, then, and I slip through the crack.
Yeah, so and while you guys while she leads the way, I'll start spieling off about Ayleid runes.
So get up, I'm avidly listening to him,
Mhm.
like half part listening to him, half part listening to my friend who's down the hallway in case she's in distress.
Mhm.
But I'm really
I
soaking up this
definitely do
weird
not listen to him.
cultural thing. I'm
Mhm.
pretty excited. I'm asking a couple of questions that may make me seem dumber, but that's okay. She's
It's
okay
no-
with that.
It's never dumb to ask questions.
Well, she's asking a lot of questions. Well, she's
Mhm.
mostly listening and asking a couple of questions.
Right. Anyways, they were very keen on crafting all sorts of mystical items and artifacts, and a lot of these runes have actually puzzle doors, which are sort of interesting. I'm secretly kind of hoping we run into one.
Are they all in caves?
Usually yes. Most of the above ground structures were leveled during the war.
It seems like there's a lot of wars that have gone on.
That's history for you.
From somewhere in the distance, you just hear.
Oh yes, we should probably follow our friend.
Yes.
I slip in afterwards.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're
Yeah.
following behind at a reasonable distance.
Yeah.
All
So
these people are all dead?
Mm.
Neo, are you slipping in?
Well, yes, the
Silently?
aliens are mostly
I'm
dead.
being sneaky. Sneaky and observant. We get to find out if I'm a good rogue or if I'm a bad rogue.
Right.
Come
All
on,
rogues are
dice.
bad.
So
Isn't
this
it
war
skilled or not skilled? I think good or
Mhm.
bad is different.
I guess
The
that's fair.
war.
Are we using the alignment charts?
Let's see. Well, I mean, it was a war of mostly that kickstarted the Septim Dynasty. But
All
yes, the basically the aliens had imprisoned and enslaved most of the humans that
They
were
were
living
bad
here. I wouldn't say they were bad, or it's never so black and white.
So they enslaved humans.
Yes, and then the humans rose up and pretty much overthrew them.
But that may not have been a good or a bad thing.
Yes.
So then why is war labeled bad if it's neither good nor bad things?
Well, I have never said war was bad.
War is bad.
Thank you for your 2 cents.
I'm just here just setting people up. It's good.
So you start sneaking in there, Neil Ilfinith, and
Well done. Proud of you.
yeah, I'll get there.
We're all proud
And
of
you're
him.
being fairly quiet. It's this kind of entry room as you kind of slide in. Uh, there's the walls are still show their quality of like the craftsmanship and the artistry on like every bit of stone is apparent. And there are what look like two stairwells that kind of go down around each side, down to the same place down below, and one of them is kind of collapsed in a little bit of earth, and um, the walls themselves have kind of crumbled. But the other path is clear, down to about 30 feet.
Any suspicious square looking things on the floor?
Make a, what is that? Are you looking for tramps?
I have perception.
Yeah. Roll perception.
Also good.
In this, you don't see anything down in this area that looks like pressure plate or anything like that.
I'm gonna keep going. Give the signal thumbs up to the party behind me as I continue forward.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, my laptop is making me choose what time it wants to be restarted.
Right now?
Never.
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, I don't want it to shut off.
Yeah, I mean, things have been going way too smoothly for like at least 15 minutes.
Right. We got to have another half-hour hiccup.
My character looks over at Razor, continuing the previous conversation.
All right.
My people don't war. We do defend. Is there a difference for your
I mean-
people or for any people around here? Seems like we do things differently than everybody
Well, I mean
else.
that's where the whole crux of the situation arises. Is most people go to war just to defend themselves, but cultures clash. What you think is good, just and right is arguably wrong for other cultures, or stupid, or incomprehensible to others. Which is why the entire continent of Tamriel had to be conquered. There wasn't really a peaceful annexation. I mean, sure, there were a couple of exceptions to this rule where understanding took place of you will submit, don't argue with this. But yeah, it was definitely forced.
How can we, if war is so easy for people to go to or towards or in, then why is it so hard to figure out or listen to other people so that they become something not a mystery?
Where we get I mean, that's where you get into muddier situations. I mean, of course, as a mage myself, reason and understanding are definitely high priorities on my list. So I can understand the plights of others a little bit better than some. But there are many people in positions of power who like the way things are and like to have things be a certain way. And regardless of the merits to the contrary, it's more beneficial for them to stick to their guns, as it were.
You can hear this conversation starting to filter in behind you, echoing off the inner parts of this chamber as you move down the stairs. Neo. Can I just call you Neo every time? Does that work?
I believe I
Lil?
requested Lil,
Lil.
but it's
Lil.
cool.
I'll call
You're the
you Lil.
DM.
I'll call
My
you
name
Lil.
will be whatever you tell me my name is.
Lil. Uh, you come into a wide, kind of open, circular room that there's a small landing right in front of you, and then a stairway that goes down and around to the right. And again, that's like the same side that was already kind of caved in a little bit, and that sort of same broken wall. You can see earth behind some of the stones kind of pushing it. And as you maybe look down, you also notice that it's just a little bit crooked. Like everything, like it seems like the earth itself came up and like smashed into the side of this tower and made it kind of all just a bit.
But I don't hear or see anything that would indicate
Perception.
signs of life.
Signs of life. Yeah. Roll another perception. It's pretty dark in here.
Average on that one.
And you look down. It's really hard to make out the bottom. You think this one even goes down a little bit further than the stairs that you just walked down.
I'll keep going.
The rest of you, as you kind of continue your conversation and make your way in, you can see Neolil, just the shadow of her in the dark, kind of move further down into this area. About a quarter of the way down the stairs, your foot touches one of the stairs, and you feel it move underneath you, and you hear the sound of stone sliding on stone inside the wall to your right.
Oopsie poopsie.
Trying to decide if it's the kind of stones that means a door's opening and we need to run away from zombies, or if it's a trap, which is always the hard part of these ruins.
Do you want to? So I'll give you the option. Are you going to roll like perception to figure it out, or acrobatics to dodge?
I'm gonna do acrobatics, because either way, I don't want to be where I am.
Acrobatics, please.
Superb.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
Feel the shift. Oh, no.
So you immediately feel that happen. You hear it, the little movement to the right, and you kind of like start to turn and dodge at the exact same moment. And you can see it's just little panels have slid across, and there are little holes, and iron spears come shooting out of the side. It just as you dodge out of the way, and one of them even like clips your toe and just kind of pushes you a little bit, but doesn't actually do any damage as you dive backwards, kind of landing hard on the stairs. And then they stay out. And that's you as you guys come walking in up behind her on the land. You can see her like laying dimly as the spears kind of slowly pull themselves back into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I hold my hand out to pull Lil up. Are you okay?
You
friend?
all right there?
I do not take the hand. And as I get up, I point at a step. Don't touch that one.
Well done, Neil Ilfaneth.
There will be more. I'm going to
Oh.
step over the step that triggered the trap.
Don't step on that one. Yeah, you step over it, doesn't get tripped,
Mm-hmm.
and you continue your way down further. I feel like it's only fair that I give you another chance to roll perception. And the rest of you should do it as you come in.
Yeah, and this is why I had her lead.
Why would someone
Call.
put a thing like that here?
Well, mostly because the Ayleids didn't want people plundering what was left down here.
But
Average.
I see no skeletons in this area, hopefully. So maybe we're the first.
Oh man, no one's rolling. No one's rolling really good.
Nope.
Nice.
Fair.
I love it. I mean, it is very dark inside here. I mean, enough that you guys can kind of operate. You can see your hand in front of your face. There's like kind of a strange glow. And that's maybe more just common to the way the world is. It's never
Well,
like last night with the clouds out, it was dark, but like most nights are really well lit because of the giant.
technically, a lot of
frickin-
these Ayleid runes have they have special stones embedded in the walls that actually absorb starlight, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that might be true. Yeah.
Depending on the chamber.
Gives it a dull glow a little bit, so it's not super dark. But yeah, it's definitely a torch would have been nice if we had had one.
Who knows what you'll find down here?
I mean, I could burn a magicka point to create light, but that seems silly right now.
As you make your way further down, carefully watching out for traps or signs of life, and potentially, I mean, you did great. You did great. You definitely saw the second trap that you step on at the bottom of the stairs, just as you step on it. You definitely saw it before. And another, you hear, this one makes a clicking noise. The other one was really smooth. You really only noticed it because of your, it moved underneath you. This one makes a clicking noise, and like the whole panel goes click, and then you hear, you hear something swinging away. So another acrobatics check, please.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Superb again.
You somehow like pull a Legolas in from The Hobbit when he's jumping on tops of like the freaking. It's dumb. I just want to make fun of it. You don't actually do it. You push yourself back as the ground briefly gives way, and there are metal spikes down there. You think you see some bones of some sort of creatures down there as well as you leap backwards, and again land on your butt, or maybe superb justifies a cool landing.
I'm pretty nimble. Just staying on my feet would be good enough for me.
Yeah, you don't take any damage, and you discovered the next. And there's like a couple of them on the ground right in front of you on the like the landing of these stairs. At the bottom, you can see little. Now that you've stepped on one, you're like, oh, maybe not all of these are trapped, but they're all laying right here. So
Also, don't step on those.
uh,
And I'm
Once
gonna get
again.
up and I'm gonna
Once
try
again.
again.
Well done, Lilith.
She's really good at that.
Well, yes.
She's really good at avoiding them. Less good at spotting them.
It is dark, to be fair.
You're welcome to try, Breton.
Yeah, do you want to
Hey,
lead the way?
thanks. No, I'll pass.
That's what I thought.
Side note, any laughter you hear out of me does not come out of my character.
You'll have to tell us if it ever actually does, though.
Yes, make a note of that when that does
Yeah.
happen.
Are you channeling your inner Carillion?
Oh, God. Start calling everybody mayflies, be excessively rude all the time. I don't know if that counts as stoicism
I don't know
so
if
much
that's-
as it is just standoffish.
Yep. Very standoffish.
So yeah, you kind of mark those. You step around, maybe hop off the side of the stairs instead of going straight down. And the floor in here has a lot of soot and dirt and what appears to be some sort of refuse. Again, it's very dark. It's difficult to see. But as you kind of step into this lower area, you just get you swear, with the group behind you, like there's footsteps and echoes kind of bouncing off, but you swear you hear stuff like moving around down below here. You just get the sense that you're not alone. And there's like shadows. There's stuff like on the walls. It's difficult to make out what it is, but there's things like on the ground in here. What do you
Well,
do?
I'm gonna take a second, and see if I can pinpoint the sound of the movement as a creature or not a creature.
Okay.
Like a beast or an animal. You want perception for that?
Yes.
Mediocre.
So you
Look,
start
I only have so many good skills,
looking
alright?
around, and like at first you're like, okay, there's definitely something down here, and you listen, and you're like, oh no, that was just an echo, and then you're like, oh wait, no, I definitely heard something over here, and you get a little bit closer to try and make sure, and you kind of look, and like right next to you, one of these things that you just thought was maybe a stone with some moss over top of it turns and leaps at you as a skeever
Oh, hey, that's what I was hoping for.
jumps out at you. What is basically a rodent of unusual size leaps at Lil as you guys
Do I
make your way
have-
down to the bottom of the stairs.
Do I have time to cast Beast Tongue for a fate point?
Roll. Let's see. I think for initiative, I want to do. I feel like acrobatics is the most.
What's that? Athletics?
Thing that makes the most sense. Acrobatics reaction.
Okay.
Bother.
I thought about maybe just
Fair.
a base roll if you guys don't want to.
No, it makes sense.
Normally do.
Ah! -1. With a 3.
All right, what did everybody get?
I got
Well,
fair.
the two fighters are at -1.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm also at -1.
I'm at 1 though, so I guess I'm ahead.
Good thing for us.
Yeah. We don't need to protect these people and be their meat shields. It's fine.
Neil and Neth will be fine.
I just have to go before the skeever does, and we're good. I don't know if a 2 is good enough for that.
2 is first.
Hey!
Yes.
So
I'm just gonna burn through my fate points this session.
Oh, hey, fate points. I have some of those.
I mean, we got short sessions, so I mean, I'm only once we get to 8 o'clock, I'm going to look for a place to end. So that's if you haven't used your fate points, that's how much time you get.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke him if you got him.
And then we're going to go Bert. You're now Bert. Win. And we're going to put Rob last. And your name is Razor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think I've got everybody's names memorized.
What, Neo Lilthaneth? I may have been practicing.
Lil, you're first. You have time. You have time to cast do your beasts thing.
Beast tongue for a fate point. The animal will follow my commands for an hour.
So you kind of like, how does it work? Do you touch it?
It's
You
touch.
reach out and you're like, do what I say, or
I calmly whisper to it in probably Bosmer.
all right. Damn it, I forgot you had that ability. It leaps out at you, very scary, like it's gonna do a lot of damage. But you're quick on the draw, and you kind of like step back and like catch it in midair, and like goes to like claw you, but you quickly start whispering, and it calms down in your arms, and drops to the ground, eagerly looking up at you.
Alright. Turn back to the group again. Be careful. I believe there are skeevers about.
Is that one of those?
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't seem that bad.
For now.
I like
They
my
normally
hand
don't
down.
act that friendly.
No, they don't.
Well, we've got Vale. It's your turn, technically, though the combat is looking.
Well, I mean, I was just going to cast Calm on it, so but that's already been done. So I'm pretty much just hanging out. I will ask though. I assume Sleeping Night got me my magicka back.
Yes, you get your magic, and you. I think I want to do. It takes like a rest to get your physical stress back. I don't think you're gonna. I like the slower healing, or the like. You actually have to do something to get rid of your physical stress,
Mm-hmm.
or refill it. So that should refill when you rest as well, if you haven't. Yeah, this skeever number one.
It's my friend for an hour, so I'm just gonna keep walking down this hallway, but with a rat in tow. Actually, I'm gonna send it ahead of us to trigger any traps before I have to. What? It's a skeever.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Bert, Win, you guys do anything as you come down, avoiding the traps that were pointed?
I mean, maybe I'll just have my sword at the ready.
Mm. Well, it does
And
seem
Razor.
to be getting. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna burn a magicka point to cast light.
Boop.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yes. Well, due to a previous let's call it injury, my ability to my magic is limited.
So, and that's right. You have, you burn your magic point. Cast it on a rock. You put it on.
Oh,
Something?
it's just an orb of light that follows me around.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You bring up the light just in time to reveal the other two skeevers that are hanging out in here. And it's their turn at the end of the initiative, and they come charging out at one at Lil, who's got your back turned as you're deciding to move on. And then the other one is gonna goes after Bert, who's probably stayed in a position that was actually like, hey, there might be more dangerous things down here.
Yep.
So that's gonna be 2 attacks on my part. I need rolls from you guys as well.
I use my combat skill to defend.
You can use acrobatics, brawl, one-handed, or two-handed.
Sounds great.
To defend.
I rolled good 3.
That
I
is
rolled
definitely-
great. 4.
Show off.
And skeevers aren't very good. They both kind of lunge, and they're just not able to get through your defenses. They're not. You've heard, skeevers can be dangerous, but if you get them in small numbers or can split them up, easy. It's when they group that's the issue.
A skeever pack.
And back up to the top, Lil.
Would a skeever pack be called a scab?
I
think so. I think that's a good one.
In particular, I called these pack o skeevers on my notes.
I like it. Pack o skeevers.
Mhm.
I'm going to whisper to my skeever friend to defend me and attack the other skeevers.
Okay, it'll
Second
go
boy.
on its turn. Vale.
I'm surprised by the skeevers, and I make sure I stand behind Bertolus.
Perfect. Skeever 1 goes and it tries to attack one of its friends. He rolls a -2, bringing him up to 0. His opponent actually manages to beat that. So they're fighting, but not being super helpful. Bert, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna try to hack this little critter to bits. I rolled great. I greatly cut him to bits, I hope.
So you bust out the katana-looking sword that the guy had.
Yep.
You got a 4?
Yep.
I got a 0, so that's going to be 4, which fills up. So the way I'm doing health, it's got a little bit of physical stress. These aren't total mooks, but if you do 4 points of damage, that fills up its 2 and the 1 potential thingamabob it can have. So it is taken out. You slice, and bits of skeever kind of in front of you. Win.
So there are none anymore? Or...
There's 2 technically, but they're fighting each other as they also scramble to. One of them's trying to scratch at Lil.
Is there how big are they? Because can I pick them up and separate them and put one in a corner and one away from the
It
other
would
one?
be dangerous. They're not huge, but they have big teeth and claws.
Well, I mean, just like in the desert, sometimes you just need to watch and let things happen as they naturally occur. So I'm just gonna watch those 2 things fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably just get ready in case one attacks Lil and maybe jump in front and slice it. But other than that, they're fighting each other. Let them do their thing.
You're just gonna let them.
It's the natural way of life.
Yeah. All right. Razor.
Well, I got this light source. I'm going to take a look around the room while those things fight.
So when you take a second to actually look, you definitely see that signs that there were at least people here, though it looks like they either died here or whoever would have survived moved on. As you can see, it's like organized detritus. It looks like there are bones and things, but they're all put over in one area, and there's even signs that of things being buried over in the corner. There's also uh, a couple of personal, what you might guess as personal belongings, and like tablets with some kind of, you're not sure if it's like ink. It's interesting writing.
Well, I'll just go over there and take those.
One tablet in particular. I say tablets, but there's really only one.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
should have maybe
I'll
had
go
you roll
over
for it, but they're not too hard to find. Skeevers, the bad one, the naughty one, is fucking your friend up pretty hardcore. Your friend Skeever has taken a minor consequence,
Uh-oh.
or its only consequence. Really, I say minor, but that's all it has,
Ew.
and it's not looking too good. Lil,
All right. I've already commanded my friend, temporary friend, so I'll attempt to use a dagger.
it's going to be one-handed.
I watched this intently.
My ability to stab with a dagger. I rolled poor. I'm not very good with one-handed weapons.
You get a very judgmental look.
Hey man, give me a bow and we'll see what happens.
It kind of wrestles its way away from you as you kind of move closer. It's trying to keep its distance, realizing that it is outmatched, surrounded, and it looks like it's going to start running away. Vale.
Yeah. Now that Razor's mentioned that there's light, I've got lots of things to pay attention to that aren't rats. So I'm just looking around, not doing anything helpful.
Cool. Yeah, it looks like yeah, maybe there were people who were living down here, or at least seeking shelter for some amount of time. Um, just kind of looking around the room, you could see some places it's been clearly cleared out for like sleeping or laying down beds. You even maybe think you see is like a pillow or something that's laying over there with a bunch of other stuff. Friend Skeever, Bert, you're back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna move in behind
Got
the
it
not
behind you.
friendly skeever and try to hack at it when it's not looking at me.
Cool. Give me a one-handed roll.
I rolled superb.
Nice.
Makes sense. Flank attack.
It tries. You come running up behind it after dealing with your first one, and you slice through. Maybe thinking that that's not quite enough, like you didn't get a good enough angle, but the your skeever buddy is already nipped at it and done some damage. So you slice through, and it slimps down just as it was trying to run away into the other room. It looks like also that these are staggered chambers. So there's like one chamber that comes down and leads over to the side, and that goes down and then over to the side, and then there's probably more structure that is kind of holding it all together. But it's like a staggered tower type of thing. But that deals with the last enemy skeever.
Neolilfineth, should I put your friend there out of its misery?
Oh, nonsense. I'm sure there are more traps ahead it'll be able to trigger on its own. Go on now, you.
It's limping.
So, it is doing as it's told. It will die soon enough, don't you worry. Now, these bodies over here, though, if you will help me prepare them, we can keep their meat for food later. Or now. As I take a chunk of raw skeever flesh and nibble on it.
Oh, that's
gross. Anyways, go ahead and just pack them with you. Let's continue onwards. These. Also, I've found some material possessions that probably belong to some unfortunate so and so's. There might be something useful over here.
Yeah, some people lived here at once, and now it's all gone.
Well,
So,
yeah. Was there anything besides the tablet, or was it just the tablet?
I mean, the tablet is the main thing of interest right down here.
Okay.
And that pillow, Dibs.
You maybe find some what looks like I wrote fossilized beans or BOANS bones.
Bones.
Uh,
Okay. Well, all right. Let me
Boars?
just.
So there's like old bones.
Can I roll scholarship on the writing on this tablet?
Yes.
Superb.
Yeah. You're not able to like read it directly. You think if you had some more reference stuff or more time, like you could eventually translate it. But you see a couple of symbols that you like recognize as Ayleid. There's like everybody looks back at the Ayleids and thinks of this monolithic culture, but it was actually like they had it was all sorts of different dialects. They ruled over a large area of land, and that means ruling over different peoples who wrote different ways, or you use the same alphabet but wrote different things.
Right.
But you see a couple of things that you recognize. It looks like a letter. Like there's an intro of some body to it, and at the end, like a signature. And especially in the signature line, you see like the symbol for like love. All, sincerely with love or whatever at the bottom.
Well, if we get to the Imperial City, I'm sure the Mages Guild will pay us for it. Not a lot, but they'll usually give you something for little bits like this from Ayleid history.
Yeah. Do we continue on?
Yep.
Is that enough?
Yep.
yeah, already lost interest in wandering down towards the next chamber.
Is my limping skeever still alive, or has he found a trap yet?
Does the skeever goes
Skipper.
His name can be Skipper.
skipper.
Skippering on to death here pretty soon.
For the brief moment that he was alive.
You send him in the next room. It's probably pretty interesting as you step into it. Your light spell hits the inside of this room, and it starts you can see bits of reflective metals, and like the entire room kind of like starts to almost come alive. Like you mentioned, they can make stuff that absorbs and re-emits light. In this room, you realize without the light on, you probably would have taken a while to notice, but it's immediate. It's looks like a strange sort of like star map slash calendar that's all over the walls in this
Wow.
room. And again, two stairway that goes down on both sides down to a lower landing. And it smells in here.
I don't happen to see any metal containers, do I?
No. No.
Dang.
What kind of smell is it?
Hmm?
Well, it smells like. Does it smell like rotting flesh, or does it smell moldy?
Yeah. Bad rotting smells.
How down does the light go?
Yeah, I guess the light you would notice. This appears those three skeevers looks like they were out doing something, and this is where they actually live.
gross.
Wait, so like, do we see a bunch more?
Yeah, there's a little like nest. No, you don't see any more. Just those 3.
Oh,
But this must have been where they nested, because they weren't nesting in the other room.
gross.
But then we have the stairs that go down, and the light only
Stairs
goes
that
so
go down.
far.
I mean, the scan. No, you can see the bottom, and the floor down here is also very fancily done. Even though there is some material and stuff covering it up. There is and this one actually has an actual door as you kind of come down past the little skeever nest and look back again towards where it staggers back the way you think the next one is. There's an actual door blocking the way, and there's 16 symbols in a grid right on the door, a 4x4 grid.
Puzzles.
Does this mean I get to stare at the bright, pretty lights for a while longer?
Yes, it does. Feel free to stare at the pretty lights while I try and puzzle out this door.
What's the skeever nest made out of?
Bones.
I hope not. I
Hair.
can't burn those.
There's stuff that you're like, hey, that stuff only grows underground. But you look around, you don't see any of that in here, and it like grows in caves and stuff. Like, so you're not certain where. Oh, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah.
Roots and roots and moss and stuff, or like
they must
mushrooms, or
they must venture out of here and find other stuff and bring it back. It's got to be the way. Which means they know how to avoid the traps. They figure it out. Something. So, Rob, how do you want to figure this out?
I guess I'll use Scholar.
Go ahead and roll.
Puzzle this shit. Fantastic. I would go ahead and spend a fate point to make that an 8.
Ooh. You look, you kind of fiddle around with it a little bit. The buttons, or like the little things, they rotate and then they slide in. And you try it a couple times, and then you're like, okay, it must be, you have to do them in the right order, and you got to get the right symbols. How the heck am I going to figure that out? And you look over, you're like holding on to the tablet, and you look over, and like there's 4 of the symbols that are on the thing appear on the tablet, and you're like, huh.
That is so great. That was so nice of them to leave that towards the entrance.
So you put those 4 in the order, left to right as they appear on the thing, and it doesn't work, and you're like, oh shit. And it's a 6 and an 8 with a fate point. You realize, I'll just try it reverse order, like right to left, and that's what ends up doing it. And the door slides open, goes into the wall, and there is a medium-length hallway that ends in another door. There's glowing coming from in there. Down at the end, on the left-hand side of this hallway, close to the other door, you see a little glowing crystal set into the side of the wall.
The heck is that?
Well, hey.
That, my good friend, appears to be a welkin stone.
Well, is it blue or is it white? Because we could be particularly lucky.
I mean, if it's white, then we're selling that baby. But I'm guessing it's blue.
What's a welcome stone?
Welkin stone is it's one of the special stones. I mean, we've seen it relatively throughout some of the walls in this building. They added it in their construction. It absorbs starlight, which basically absorbs magicka, more or less. And these Welkin stones are actually pretty valuable. They can be used to instantly replenish magicka. And then once it's expended, it takes a while to recharge. But yeah, you can essentially use that after, I don't know, a couple months or so. It'll be recharged enough to use again. They're valuable. Better used to be sold than as something as like an emergency item or something like that. Far more valuable than a magicka potion. So obviously, magicka potions are better. Anyways, let's go grab it.
I send my skeever in the room first.
Good.
Yep.
I'm glad you say
run
that without
around.
me having to ask. The skeever takes a few steps, gets maybe a quarter of the way down this hallway. It passes over something. You hear the clicking and the sliding. Might as well give it a roll here.
Believe in you, little skeever friend.
And up from the ground, more of those metal spikes just and it skewers the skeever, launches it up into the air, then slowly comes back down as the skeever kind of twitches its last twitches. And
Turn to
they
look at
retract
Bertolus.
back down into the ground, and the skeever is left laying there on the ground.
Turn to look at Bertolus. I told you.
Looks like meat's back on the menu.
I'll make for a bigger dinner.
Oh, not Skipper.
Not Skipper.
Skipper could not
Good
skip
call.
that trap.
Hmm.
Boo.
Well, we well, that
I look over at
that,
Greg's
that went about
character.
as well as I thought it was going to.
Yeah. So you have no more skeever. What do you do?
We know that
Pick
trap
it up.
is there.
So yeah,
Just
go
throw its
go
body
see if there's another trap.
Just use dead skeevers as our trap triggers.
Keep
Just
tossing
kick them down the hallway. The disrespect.
Spluck. Spluck.
Is that what you really do?
As long as
I'm gonna leave that to you, Neil Ilfinath.
That's kind of
'Cause
a waste of food.
It is such a waste of food.
No, I go over and pick the skeever up.
We can't afford to waste meat like that. Not in our current predicament.
So I guess you're putting it all on the line again.
So I'm checking for traps again. Cool. That's been working out wonderfully so far.
Can I
I believe in you.
up one of
All-
those spear things that are coming out? Can I like loosen it or break it off so that how long is it? And I can use it to I can give it to Lil to like tap as she goes.
One of the spike. I mean, they're in there now in the ground, so you have to get them to pop up. So you could trip the trap and then try to grab onto one and pull it off. But they are. Looks like the whole thing was made of metal. So
Yeah,
very
you're
difficult.
not gonna break that off with your hands.
Well, we don't know. She's pretty strong.
I'm gonna do that.
Not that strong.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
Give me. We'll call it athletics. Athletics.
But I just okay. Yep. Hold on. And then also, I am going to. My passive power is endurance, and I think because I'm just chugging along and stuff. Like, can I use it +2 from the fate point to give me more oomph?
You really want to break off.
Yeah. Mainly because of the terrifying factor, to be honest. But I think it would serve a purpose too.
What'd you get? What was your roll?
Could we go back in? Hold on. Like a 4. I got a 4.
Oh.
Thank you, Aaron. And then add a +2.
For 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's impressive. You trip the trap. It
Can I add
flies
another
up.
fate point? You know what? Can I add another fate point? Like,
Jesus.
So, I mean, like, I have like 4 essentially if I use my passive power of endurance for that.
No, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no on
God
this
damn it. Okay.
because I want you to. You got a cool badass sword already, and it is like you reach out and you pull on it and it bends a bit, and like pulls back down and gets stuck in the thing, and it looks like the whole entire trap is now broke. Like you step on
I
the thing to
mean,
try to get it come out again, and it goes, and it feels like whatever gears or stuff in there is now busted.
Well, you
At least it'll
broke
be
the
easier
trap.
to run back if we need to.
Yeah.
I mean, not the outcome I expected, but a welcome one.
Yeah. Continuing on.
Impressive.
I play it off as though I meant to do that.
Is there an insight skill?
I don't need to roll an insight.
Perception.
I know that's not what she meant to do.
That was totally what I meant to do. I don't know what you're
Hey,
talking
did
about.
we mark those traps
You're
behind
like,
us?
I'm gonna break it off.
I know
No,
where they
You're
are.
not.
No, I just meant to
Oh,
bend
okay.
it so like our escape would be easier. You're welcome, guys.
No, that is not what you were doing. I saw you. You were gonna try and break it off.
Well,
I can tell because you whispered to yourself, "I'm gonna break it off" before you walked up. Though.
Right.
I'm gonna get me a spear.
I mean, like more of like a pokey stick to undo traps.
The 10-foot pole.
Yeah. basically, yeah.
If you wanted a 10-foot, if you wanted a stick, you should have gone outside and grabbed a stick.
Like last time I searched for a stick, I found an overly large rock. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna go look for traps after that lovely line of my
Give me
I'll
perception.
go
observational skills.
I'll go ahead and follow a little closer to give her a little bit more light.
Okay.
A 2.
All right. There's some with the light you can see better. You make your way up to right where the Wilkin stone is kind of sitting in its little cradle there. And as you step up towards it, it glows a little bit brighter, and just a lining kind of all the way around you, kind of like starts getting brighter and brighter as from above you, like yellowish red light starts to, and you can kind of hear a whooshing noise.
Wow.
Guess what? Roll another acrobatics.
Hey,
Isn't this fun?
I mean, I'm having a good time.
Look at the beautiful light.
that's
Pretty.
great. But I'm gonna spend a fate point on natural instinct to give myself the advantage of knowing this was coming.
Yeah, I like natural instinct. Like you got closer. You're like, there's got to be another trap up here. Just kind of knew it. And so as it happens, you just leap, push yourself backwards, almost right into where Razor is standing.
I was also kind of anticipating this, so I catch you.
And it whooshes this fire. And you got to catch, but you're actually standing quite close there, Razor.
Hooray!
As the fire starts spreading out to the sides.
Mm.
So roll me in acrobatics as well.
All right. I'll go ahead and do that. Average.
Okay, so you're standing a little bit further away. It's less intense and easier to kind of get out of the way, but you're still going to take 1 point of physical stress as you get singed a little bit before you realize that you need to be pulling away.
Yep.
Are you two all right?
You're
Yeah.
not. You are unsure how that one, how you didn't step on anything that time. You just got close.
I still have my rock, right?
Yeah.
Can I use archery as my attack skill for that? Because it's
think
ranged,
There's no
or do I have to
specific
use
range.
one-handed?
I'm down with archery. I can let.
Fantastic.
If I'm not giving you a bow, might as well let you.
Let me throw rocks with archery. uh, is once the flames stop, which I'm assuming they eventually do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and angle the rock to hit the Welkin stone off the thing towards me and away from the trap.
Cool. Arch the Re.
Well, shit. Does anybody have any fate points they feel generous giving? Because
As
I
the
am out.
wise woman once said, you shimmy to the left and you duck to the right, and she gets a fate point.
Yay!
Shimmy to the left,
And duck to
And
the right.
duck to the right.
Like,
and that's gonna help
Fantastic.
you throw a
I don't-
rock.
yeah, I don't know exactly what was going on, but yes.
I shimmy to the left and throw the rock and then duck to the right for a total of 4.
Kind of get like a submarine pitching throw. You throw it underneath like that.
Yep.
What'd you get on your second roll? Is that good enough?
4.
Yeah, I think 4. It's plenty good. Slams into the side of the Welkin stone, knocks it out of its little cup holder thing that was is attached to the wall, and it kind of boing, boing, lands on the ground. Crystalline, shatter it. That's what that was.
I like it. Great sound
On
effect.
point.
And the there's like a sigh of relief as the trap disengages or something.
Did you say the crystal
powers.
broke?
No. It just tinkles.
No, it just makes a
Oh, okay.
It ping
Makes-
pings along the ground.
it makes a pinging sound when it hits the ground, as crystals do.
Crystal sound. Ping, ting.
I casually stroll up to the stone and my rock, pick them both up,
Okay.
and present the very fancy crystal to our Dunmer.
Yay! This will
There
get
Well
us.
done.
There is a door.
Let's go investigate this door, shall we?
It's all you.
Suppose. We have at least one item worth a good amount of septums. Are you sure you want to go deeper in?
Oh, I don't suppose. Come on, we're already here.
So you do still have a sense of adventure.
I mean, of course I do. Also, that fire was kind of nasty, but I'm also a Dunmer, so
Oh yeah,
Let's
that's
say-
right. Damn it!
Fire resistance! Yay!
it was
I wanted to
0
throw-
points of stress for fire damage.
This is supposed to be dangerous, you guys. It's very dangerous to come down here, don't you know?
It is! We've just been doing very good.
Rolling 5s on all of your avoiding the trap.
Trending
I should have
ROUSs.
made like 30 skeevers. Should have put them.
that
Then we'd be
would have
dead.
been excessive.
What say the rest of you? Carry on?
I'm game.
If there is more beauty to be found like this below, let us continue.
Oh, just you wait.
And win?
Whatever everybody else wants.
Alright. Down we go to the door.
You open up the last door. It's a bit heavy. And you have to you have to manually move it aside because you depowered it. But it does slide. You kind of like there's a latch. There's a manual.
Here you go. Win, Bertolas. You seem pretty physically. You want to shove that aside?
I can give it a go.
Yeah. Doesn't take a roll, but it is. You got to put some muscle into it to open it up. And you enter into this room that looks like it got filled up with earth, and it kind of goes down. At first, it looks like there should be like stairs that go down further here, but it's all filled up. And you can see what look like maybe the foundations of this building kind of all around on the edges as you kind of exit. So it kind of funnels down into the middle and then goes back up. It looks like maybe somebody made it that way. They built it up, and they're sitting at the peak of this thing is a big old, Welkin stone. I mean, it looks exactly like the little one you have, but it's, large football sized, sitting in
Oh,
a little thing, and it's like, again, it's like off kilter as it kind of sits in its little bopper.
this little
Roll
gonna-
basket.
perception
Ah.
for me, everybody.
I'm gonna share a very heavy look with the other elf here.
That's worth a chunk of change.
I sense a trap.
You think? If the little one had
Kitchen?
fire guarding it, this one probably has something far more painful.
At a 0, I know nothing. It's big and shiny. Don't think I've ever seen any Wilkin stone like this before.
2 for
the
grade,
Guys.
0 for win.
Don't
bunch
make me
of
switch my
bears.
sneak
Yeah.
and perception
twos.
skills. Because we all suck at perception.
Yep.
I have a 2. It's not bad.
Right.
Wow.
Ugh. Team.
Yeah, I rolled
You know,
a net
I
0
never
and got
really
a
had
2.
to
That's
do
pretty
much
good.
Receiving back home.
There's with the 2, you, as you're kind of looking out at the center of this earthen cone pyramid cone thing, there's like stuff kind of laying around the base of the little basket it's sitting in. Looks like there's stuff, and there might be like paint or something on and around the basket.
So they were surrounded by like earth and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do I see like a
Packed.
pebble-sized stone or bit of earth?
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna pick it up and casually chuck it in the direction of this big ass stone.
Okay. it it hits the side of the like near the top, skids off, it thuds down into the room somewhere.
No magical triggers.
No
Proximity?
explosions, no roaring, no earthquake. Yeah. Silence.
You want me to take this one? I can go first.
You still have the mediocre or the moderate consequence, right?
I mean, I still have a big cut on me. Yes.
I'm gonna look you in the
Nice.
face and then look at the incredibly injured chest. No. I'll be
What?
alright.
I still got mostly full range of motion. I see. It's good.
Raise.
Ah.
Ow! Oh god.
It's
Little
spurt
of
you
blood.
didn't even move it.
It only hurts a little.
Yeah, because that's the sound you make when everything is healthy and totally moves normally.
See, it's clotting up just
is?
fine.
I see 2 options. Either I can attempt to find any traps and avoid them on the way to it, or perhaps Wynn can simply dash to it in time to grab it and not get injured. Either way, we'll probably need the young one here on standby for any
Mhm.
healing.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of dirt here on the floor, correct?
Yes. I mean, it's like somebody dug down, to create like a funnel that started, and then use that earth to like pack up this. I mean, it almost makes it look a little bit more monumental. It seems
So
like
there's
there's
something
probably a
underneath it.
room underneath all this stuff
Mhm.
or something. So who's going out there? Somebody's.
You or me, Wynn. Well, are you still injured?
No.
Did you get injured? You're fine.
You can see like mottled yellow bruising and stuff, but she seems rather unaffected.
Do you think you'd be fast enough to outrun the traps we've seen so far?
The ones we've seen so far, perhaps.
What about the one of flame? in that other room?
I can be good at dodging when need has arisen.
Do you think you can grab that stone and come back before getting struck by magic? If it so exists.
I could certainly try.
Let's go together. See who gets there first.
Ah, a race.
A race. She knows
I'd
what
make a
that
bet
is,
if
at
I had
least.
anything to bet with.
Wound me.
Oh, come on.
Not
That's
wrong.
not worth a fate point. Shit.
Right, I know.
Try harder. I've
See?
tried puns. I've tried making fun of
Teasing
you.
remarks.
Ugh.
I know. And like of all the people
You're
to really
being-
set people up, here I am.
Being stealthy or careful?
Certainly careful, though at this point I don't know that stealth is on the table as much.
Okay, so you carefully make your way kind of down. It's almost as you realize, as you kind of move into this a little bit further, there's like almost a spiraling ramp that leads up. You don't see any need to necessarily follow the spiral because you can just like step up to the next spiral because it's not that far apart.
Mm-hmm.
But you could, I guess. Anyway, so you walk up to the top. You get up there. Nothing,
It's a race, so we're running.
nothing.
Carefully running.
Carefully. Like, how does that work?
You run, but you keep an eye on where you're stepping.
Like a gazelle.
Exactly like a gazelle. That's 100% what I was going for.
Yes, because all gazelles have their eyes pointed towards their feet.
No, because they're too fleet of foot. They don't need to.
Let's just let her have that one racer. She needs the win.
Haha, Britta!
Hey!
Ah!
Nothing? Damn
I'd give
it.
you
I
a
think.
fate point.
I think.
for
Yeah,
me.
that's what I was about
I
to say.
would.
Yes.
If I was a GM, you would totally get one.
I think that's fate point worthy.
Oh yes, you got a fate point.
I gave out 2 fate points in one game. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a record.
Oh,
You're
boy.
up there. You've made it up at the top. It's just sitting there in front of you.
Before touching it, I would like to take a very cautious and particular, even though I apparently fucking suck at perception, look at this crystal. 'Cause I don't think I've ever heard of one this size, correct? This sound, this
Probably
looks
not.
abnormal.
It looks large.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I don't trust it. So I want to make sure it theoretically is what it's supposed to be. Checking for, like, the feel of magic that came from the littler one that we just got.
Bad paint job.
Bad paint job. Things of the like.
Does
Any
it
evidence
make
of
that-
switches or buttons?
Give me. Did you do another roll? Do me a. Like,
Hastily
you can
written.
even call it a scholar or perception. I'll allow perception. You can set your different
God.
info.
Well, scholarship and perception for me are the same thing. I'm a novice in
You
both.
could do them both.
There. I got a poor perception and an average scholar. Hunter's patience. +1 to skills when I can take my time, if we're not in immediate danger.
Yeah.
Or racing a party member.
Which skill would you like to use it on?
Scholar.
Okay, so you're gonna remain oblivious to what's around you, as you
Well, hopefully
Uh,
Wynn's
cool.
paying
kind of look
attention.
at this. You kind of
I'm
reach
gonna
down. You don't
perceive.
want to touch
I'm
it. You
perceiving.
look. It does compare. It looks very similar to the small one. It's got a glow to it. It looks like it's not. It's this the little holder it's in. It looks like it's not sitting in there properly. And if it did, there might be more stuff happening. If you just nudged it even just a little bit, it would probably slide into place, and then who knows what would happen. So you could try to like lift it out without upsetting it, so that it kind of jerks back into its position.
Wynn, do you see anything that looks like this anywhere else in the room? Or shout. I'll shout that to the whole party. We've given up on stealth.
Okay.
Like this big thing.
You see anything like this in the room? Yeah.
So
Anything
I got
that might
a -1,
receive
so
magic.
it's 4 for my perception.
When?
Nope. I only see this thing. My perception is a 1. I should.
I'll let
improve
new
that.
rolls. Somebody at the party, in game is calling out for some sort of investigation or perceptions. So yeah, you guys can make another one. Looking around the room. Ah, there we
Show
go.
off.
Ah, yeah.
Something this big and magical has to either power something
Perfect.
or will kill us when we put it back. So
Well, I got a great.
I got superb.
thank fuck somebody did.
You guys, the two of you did pretty good there. You guys you start kind of looking around, maybe like try to get a new angle, looking around.
Yeah.
You're like, man, there's not a lot in this, and you kind of look back, like where the door came out, back along that wall. Over in the corner, there is a notable hole. And you're not sure how you didn't notice before. But there is a thing that has crawled out, or you assume it came out of the hole, because you see the flash of an arm, like a white, like pale arm with kind of clawed hand reach out of the hole and pull itself out. There's another one of these things standing much closer to you, with it hunched over, it like creeping, stalking. It's wearing armor. It's got some sort of weird armor on it. Hold on, I've got a picture here.
I think we know what this is.
Yep.
Razor.
No, I don't.
If
Oh,
you can
I know what
see
this is.
If you can see the stream, its face is kind of pulled back. It looks like its eyes don't really work properly.
Yep.
A look of alarm
Yeah,
crosses my face.
as I shout Falmer.
But only to begin with, only Bertolas and Razor spot these.
Yeah, I shout Falmer.
And Bertolas, you don't see the one that's closer. You
Then
only
the
see
look
the
of
hole
alarm.
over in the corner. The one that's sneaking up, coming up right behind you guys. And there's another one crawling out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So I'm focused on the one crawling out of the hole while there's one like sneaking up behind me.
Yep.
Cool.
It's sneaking up right behind Vale. He's standing there and you look. Well, yeah, Razor. You
Yeah, I'm
see
glad
the
I
one.
failed my perception check. I don't want to see this thing.
Let me see.
well, Wynn, how do you feel like gambling with all of our lives?
What context?
Just
We can-
do the thing.
Put this stone back in proper alignment and see what it does, and hope that it doesn't kill us, but will somehow help us against the Falmer that have just arrived. Or we can grab it and chuck it at one of the Falmer. Well, you can grab it and chuck it at one of the Falmer. I don't think I have the strength for that.
Are Falmer bad?
Yes. They are dwellers of the deep, and they typically kill anything that isn't one of them. Usually from a distance.
Do you guys want new initiatives?
Yes.
I'm totally fine with mine. It makes sense for me to go last.
But 2 is pretty good. No, we can redo initiative.
So Razor,
What was it?
Razor
Athletics?
shouts. Acrobatics.
Oh.
Shouts acrobatics. Got it.
Acrobatic! What?
Not that one.
I think it's a
Oof.
Oof.
Hey, I got a 4.
Okay, what did we got? What did you all get?
I'm not made to make decisions, man.
3 here.
I got 4.
I got a 0.
I got a -1.
Win.
I can't make decisions. I should not be going first.
Well, I asked if you wanted to gamble with our lives, and I give you 2 options.
Oh God.
Win, you
can-
you are gonna go first there. So I have
I
Win.
put the stone back, or you can chuck it at one of the Falmer, which is near our friends. Friends, air quotes.
Hey, rude.
Look, I
I'm
just
gonna
met you
chuck
people.
it to the one sneaking up behind Bertolus.
Yes.
Sweet.
That's what I'm gonna do. And it's gonna look like it's heading towards you, like I attacked you, but don't take this personally.
I was hoping it wasn't that close to me, but
How good is your ranged attack?
Okay.
Oh, there's ranged attack in this?
Yes.
Yes and no.
All right,
No.
Win.
Can I use my strength? Use my strength. Like, I don't know.
Use your strength.
Just
I don't
attack
know.
it with
It's
your
not
weapon.
She's really far away.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just run at them and leave me up here with the crazy magic stone thing and see what I do. That, I suppose, is a third option.
Nope, you only gave me the 2, and I'm already panicking enough with my decision-making skills, so I threw it.
is athletics the normal like throwing skill?
Yes!
No, it'd be archery, right?
Mhm.
Anyways,
Apparently archery. Yeah.
Oh, is it
we're not
archery?
helping
That's
their
what I
cause.
let Bodhi do.
No!
Yep.
But athletics makes more sense. Because, like, you have to aim, and you have to, like, make sure you throw very well and hard enough to get across the room.
Yeah,
I
just like
I-
archery.
Mhm.
Precision ranged attack.
I can let it. Yeah, I can
It's a big enough object, it doesn't need too much
deal with
precision.
that.
Just
You're gonna
launch it.
grab the crystal and huck it. This is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
I'm so glad I suggested that as an option.
I was only
Why
did you do this to
suggest
us?
that as an option, you stackish?
You shouldn't have
Because
given
it'd
me
be
options.
funny.
Are these things fragile at all?
Yes.
We gotta find out.
Yes and no. It's a
Yeah.
very if
Don't
We'll see.
and give me yes and no.
We're gonna
Look,
see. This is great.
the other one survived
Hey,
being
I'm
hit
on
off
board with
its
this.
pedestal by a rock. So
Is
This
my
will be
life
fun.
not more
This
valuable
one's
than
not
this
being
stone?
gently knocked off of a pedestal.
I've
Well-
chucked them down chasms before. They're light.
Just roll.
Well, yeah, not a lot of time to discuss it, and it
Hold on.
sounds like the craziest thing. But that's usually the funnest.
I
See.
rolled a 6 for fantastic, and actually, I'm gonna also
Spend a point.
spend a fate point, so I'm going down to 1. And I'm going to be
Plus 6.
yeah, I have a 6. Well, 6 total, and then I'm gonna do plus 2, so I can get 8. So legendary. There's a story about this where there's a smaller kid trying to chuck something at a giant, and I'm using that as my inspiration.
All right. I feel like I don't think you have a plus 6 on the roll.
No, plus 4. Did I put plus 6?
Yeah, you put plus 6.
Ah, fuck.
And your 4. I don't think you have a plus 3 in your, and I couldn't remember if it was acrobatics or athletics.
It's acrobatics.
Which
Oh no,
can't-
physique was plus 4, so I don't actually. Do I not
yeah,
have
physique
athletics?
was your 4, which isn't.
Got it. So I don't have athletics then.
It's either athletic. Yeah, if you had 1 and then you swapped it out for the other one, and I couldn't remember.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a 0.
Okay. Well, guys, this is gonna be great.
It's when it accidentally settles exactly how it should be, so we don't kill the rest of the party in session 2.
0. I'm still gonna tap, so I get a plus 2 at it. So I'm fair. So I might end up hitting you. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, so this is so you huck.
Or-
You grab onto it. It as you grab it, and just again barely nudge it. If you're being quick, you don't have time to really think about it. It briefly slides into position, and that's when you feel there's a brief. If things start lighting up around you, like there's little lights in the sky, in the ceiling of this room, and then you lift it out, and it all goes back to being dark. There's a brief
Oh, no.
rumble, and you huck it across the room at the which one?
The guy
Probably
behind him.
The one behind. It gets called out. Razor. You are like, huck it across the room, and it. Well, you know what? It's close enough.
This is not great, guys.
I'm so happy with this. Thank you, Win, for
Uh,
doing this for me.
Very good relationship.
uh,
Louis.
I
My person panics when it comes to like decision making. It's
I
gonna
got
be great.
I got all minuses. I got all minuses.
Oh,
So, side note, I don't know if it's relevant, but when she does the thing and then she takes it off, and I'm like, oh crap, she's like taking the thing that's creating the beautiful lights. I'm gonna try and catch it.
Okay, so that's what I was rolling for the Falmer. So you can go ahead and also roll to catch it. I'm happy with
I,
that. You're
I'm
next,
assuming,
anyway.
I'm assuming that's acrobatics.
Yeah.
We're learning so much about different characters in this moment.
Okay, well, I at least have 1 point in that, so we'll give it a go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Um, I'm gonna tag a fate point. I think for a reroll.
I mean, I don't think a plus adjusting that by 2 won't cut it.
I've got lots of stuff I can tag for this, but I'm gonna go tag I was born to help, and here I am.
Hey.
This is gonna be great.
Okay, well, you can see what my help is worth. Yeah, I got another -1.
This is gonna go fantastic. I can tell. This is gonna be great, guys.
Please tell me Razor is face palming in the background as he just sees it get hucked across the room.
Well, yeah, if my jaw wasn't on the floor, I would be.
All right, sorry. What did you get at the end? What was the actual total roll there?
I got a -1. I re-rolled and got a -1.
Nice. So you go to try and catch it, and you miss. I mean, not horribly. It like bounces off your shoulder, and you realize as you turn around, there's this white-looking, crazy-eyed elf, pointy ears, living in a cave underground all its life. It kind of
Razor! Oh no, sorry.
and it is, you can its eyes are kind of barely see it, and it grabs onto the crystal like it was also trying to catch it. And you can briefly see its face being lit up, and it turns, and like it wanted to like make it safe or something, but it turned, and the wall is right there behind it, and it actually accelerates and smashes it. The tip of the Welkin stone goes, and there's a bright flash of light. Roll me another acrobatics check there.
You know, I think I'm very near to this.
Oh, if you want to roll acrobatics as well, if you're very near, yeah.
I don't want to, but I think I should.
I think you said you were very close, very near. Very near.
That's very near.
Oh, you're keeping.
I got a 1.
I got a 0.
I'm so happy.
That's.
This is your fault.
So great.
1 point.
Technically, it's
one-
Wynn's fault.
1
I
point
can't
of
make decisions. We're learning this, guys. It's gonna be great.
1 point of physical stress for Greg, 2 to Bertolas.
Is this magical damage?
Yes. It is.
All right, I only take 1.
Oh, you're both Britons. You both have that. Never
So-
mind,
And
Greg.
he takes none.
I should just up the damage for everything. I should just
No, don't do that.
add. One
Don't
point.
give us your interim GM monologue.
I can't whittle away at you. 1 point. 1 point. You all have like little 1 point blockers. I gotta. It's a learning
Well,
process.
you did 2 to me.
Yeah. Take that. um. The Falmer that did that, when the flash of light is gone, is laying on the ground, burnt up. It's from the face is burnt to a crisp. The Welkin stone is no longer glowing, and over in the corner, the other one just finished extracting itself and kind of looks around and like cocks its head and like gives a sniff, and then screams. And back down the hole, you can hear that echoing as more and more voices join the chorus.
I don't think that worked as well as we wanted it to.
No, it didn't.
In hindsight. We probably should have just set the gem in its actual setting, but now we know
Hey,
what happens
stop
when you
talking.
break
More
one.
running.
As we climb down
Ah,
to leave.
Technically, it is Bert. Bert, it's your
Yes,
turn.
that's what I
Oh,
say.
right.
Run.
Initiative.
So you say
We
run
need to get
and
out of here.
start running, or do you hold?
I grab Bale and I start like kind of forcibly like moving him towards the exit.
Okay,
Is there only one exit, or is there like one entrance, one exit?
into this room. Well, there's the way you came in, and then the hole.
You could go. You could go to the hole with the Falmer in it.
Let's go down
Fire
the
up.
dark hole.
So
Okay,
that's it.
All right, that's it. Got it.
You on your turn, you did the throwing thing. So Razor.
I'm so mad right now.
Listen, it wasn't your critical failure that caused this.
I know. No, it was the blind leading the blind over there.
It might have been a critical failure in judgment.
Oh yeah, that's right. It really went to shit before that. You're right. You're right.
I'm gonna go pick up the crystal, what's fucking left of it, and I'm gonna just start heading out.
Oh, did I look at the wrong? I was looking at the wrong initiative. Bert, Razor. Oh no, that's perfect. Bert, Razor, Lil. You're last.
I'll start leaving. Just hop off this little mound of earth and head towards the exit very quickly.
All right, so you guys are making your exit. That's everybody, right? Avail, you're going along. You're going. Win, you're the only one who hasn't explicitly said that you are also retreating, but you're at the top, so it's your turn.
just to clarify, I do want to make sure I grabbed that Razor got all of the gem, the little tip that broke off too. If not,
Yeah.
I'll grab it and take it along.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
I don't know if you grab. You probably were moving quick. You probably picked up the whole thing, and then Vale comes behind and picks up a few little bits that he finds on the ground, and so you've got a bit of broken Welkin stone. You can put it. Well, you don't really have many pouches. You hold on to it.
Yep. Just hold on to it and run.
Start running.
Remember the traps.
Yes. So I am going to ask, where are just if you could remember, let me know where you remember there are traps.
Well, as long as we're not going down the hallway with the other, where the other Welkin stone was, we don't have to worry about that one. And it's the other one in that room is broken. So there are two more.
All according to plan.
And I'm going to call them out as we run. There's the pitfall trap, which we will avoid elegantly.
That's in
as
that
we all
hallway.
jump over it.
And then there's
And
the one in the steps.
Yep. Which you will also need to leap over.
Cool.
Yep.
And then I'm going to just take athletics from everybody. Athletics or acrobatics. That's your. We're all running away.
I did great.
Apparently, I'm good at running away.
It helps that I'm half dragging you.
Yeah. So they are. They are right on your guys' heel. Razor he falls back. I don't. Maybe you fall behind a little bit. And you're carrying the stone, and it turns out they're mainly going after you, and because they see you with it's the stone. They're after the stone. And
well,
so
too bad.
one of them gets up right behind you and tries to grab on. As you're like running up, you go over the pit, and just as you're going up the stairs, one of them reaches across and tries to grab onto your ankle.
Aren't I like behind everybody? Because like I'm the last person to get like into gear.
If you want to make that purposeful, yes.
Okay,
but
so
he rolled lowest on his thing, so I just had him behind.
Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah, you can be standing behind. So you're behind him. He's going slow. You can maybe try to shove him forward, and just as Yep. So you're like right behind him, helping him up the stairs as he's like with this big old stone.
I honestly should have been like
Uh,
carrying it myself, but that's fine.
and you look to the side, and again, they are going after him because he's got the stone. So you see the hand, and you're standing right there as the hand goes up and tries to grab him. Rob, roll me something to dodge. It's either acrobatics, or brawl.
Okay. No, that's not it. Other channel. Got it.
Got to be a 3.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
What about tying a 3?
That'll do. Ty will. I mean, Ty goes to the defender in this case until I change my mind. So you slip out, a little bit of claw gets on your leg. If you had your freaking battle robes, you'd probably be protected. You don't take any damage though. You pull your foot out of that, keep climbing up. When you're standing right there, do you want to do anything in reaction?
I mean, like they're close, but he's already going ahead, right?
Yes, he got out of its grasp. Did not successfully grab onto him.
I am just gonna follow closely behind him and just get ready in case something does try to get close to him again and cut their hands off.
Hopefully this thing trips the trap.
At
Bodhi
least that's what
wants
I'm assuming.
Lil.
Speaking of tripping the trap, I'm going to purposefully wait for the people with me to get beyond the range of the spears, and then trip the trap on purpose.
I like it. Give me. Well, there's a timing here. You're trying to bait them in, I'm imagining.
Well, I don't need to bait them. They're chasing Razor. They'll come whether I want them to or not.
Right. All right. Give me a shit. I don't know what to make you roll on this.
Do you just
Clever.
want a flat roll?
Yeah, just give me a flat roll. We'll make it kind of like a good luck, bad luck. Basically, you've got the timing down. You're not going to hurt Razor, probably.
2. Fair.
Yeah, which just is yeah. So Razor and Win come running up. Win is pushing Razor up as the kind of older man. You're definitely showing this isn't you in your prime, Razor. But you pull up, and Lil, looking down at the stairs, you realize there's a lot of them coming through those doors down there. And they pass by, and just as the first Falmer in the line gets up there, you trip the trap. It goes to jump back out of the way, and it catches like its arm, gets caught by the thing, and it gets stuck as it kind of lifts off the ground and slides back down and looks at you and like growls through the iron bars. And really the thing as you're kind of ending your escape here and backing out, the light coming in through the hole that's now not too far away from you guys, even though it's pretty faint, is enough that as they get up closer and the light starts hitting them, they all kind of slow down and they just bunch up at the top of the stairs, and watch you as you exit the ruins.
I'll hiss at them in Bosmary. So, I don't know if any of you understand my language. But I'm saying not kind things.
You get back to your little makeshift camp up at the top. You have a Welkin stone, a tablet thing that you found, a big broken Welkin stone, which
Cool.
could theoretically
What
still.
possessed you? What possessed you to just chuck it?
Possessed me? I was
Yes!
I did it all myself.
Why?
Well, because
Do you not have a sword? Could you not use a blade?
so you wanted me to chuck a sword instead?
Yes! Chuck a sword! Chuck the elf! Chuck anything!
Hey,
Well, she's not pointy enough to do any damage.
She
if I were
has
to
a
throw her.
she has a point.
I was given 2 decisions. I made a decision, and I think it worked well. Did it?
I think the beautiful thing was destroyed.
Yes, yes, it was destroyed. A priceless artifact. A Welkin stone the size that I have never seen, nor many people alive have ever seen.
Well, as my people,
And now it is broken.
that does not make it any less beautiful.
It's the magic that was stored in this probably took decades or even a century to fill. And in an instant, it was destroyed completely and totally.
Well, if it
Yeah,
had
and you
so much
killed that
power, then
thing,
why didn't
too.
it protect itself?
What?
There goes the last of the ale.
So what you're saying, Razor, is you can't put it back together.
No. No, I don't know how to do that. Sadly, the technology to make Welkin stones was lost with the Ayleids.
I hold out the broken shards that I picked up to you and go, well, this probably won't help then, but here.
Well, what's
Beautiful
done is
things can
done
be
now.
remade into something even more beautiful than its original
Don't. Just don't.
Okay. And she gets quiet.
I think you did fine, Win. You killed a Falmer all by yourself. You had 2 choices and you made one. And turned to look at Razor. What could be more human than making choices?
That feels like a backhanded compliment.
Well, we shall see as there are plenty of choices still to be made.
I'm drinking the last one. God damn it.
As we wrap up tonight's session, and you guys, it's still early in the day. You guys still have all day of walking.
Let's
ahead
just
of you.
go.
Um,
I'm so
We should skin these skeevers first.
They are affected by light. It should be best to put as much.
No,
distance
the
as you can.
skeevers.
not
The rat things.
weird pale elves, the
No,
rat
I know,
things
but
that
can't
you
they
killed.
come out and attack us later?
Only at night. I'll be far away by then.
Yep. And they generally don't they don't stray too far from the caves.
I don't think there's any rule that says they can't come up
No.
here.
There really isn't, but they
Not any
try
rule
to
that you guys know about.
Easy.
they try to stay in caves because that's, more beneficial to them because they can't see. And then, when you're outside, I mean, there's a lot of distracting noises of nature that stop them from being able to track effectively, I guess.
They can't see. That's sad.
It is.
It is
very
rather
sad.
sad.
Razor, do you happen to know how the Falmer came to be?
Let's see. So, long ago, the Falmer were also known as snow elves. They primarily lived up in the northern parts of Skyrim. And from what I understand, after their brief war with the Nords and the men of the North came, the Falmer, or the Snow Elves at that point, took refuge with the Dunmer. Or not the Dunmer, the Dwemer. The dwarves. And then something happened to them. I don't know. Nobody really knows what happened to them. But something happened to them while they were in the company of the dwarves that changed them into these creatures known as the Falmer.
The whole time he was doing that, I was paying mild amounts of attention and preparing the skeevers for travel.
Nice. You could add. There's some alchemy ingredients there too. A skeever tail, I think you can use.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Skeever tail and skeever meat.
Yeah.
Though neither of them are particularly healthy,
No.
as is.
In fact,
If I recall.
I think in the games, if you eat them raw, or do they damage health? I don't
Yes.
remember.
If
Not
if
good.
if they're not if they're uncooked, yes.
Not good to
Skeever
eat raw.
flesh damages health.
So yeah, that couple of
Didn't
bites
you
you
eat
took
one
earlier
raw?
was kind of like.
They were nibbles. I was testing them.
It's
Mhm.
it's a delicacy in some parts.
If I eat things, I learn at least one alchemical property. I was learning that they damage health.
Okay.
We're gonna
All
need
right.
to start up like a freaking spreadsheet of ingredients or something.
I mean, I may or may not have started a new playthrough of Oblivion for this. So,
Oh.
All right. Well,
Um.
talking about the Falmer took my mind off of the fact that we shattered a priceless artifact.
I know.
Yeah,
If I
kinda
had
funny.
the capacity to look proud of myself, I would. But I don't.
Um. Yeah. So you guys pack up. You
Find
make
another
whatever
one.
preparations you need.
Wait, shh. Just don't
Oh.
bring it up.
But I mean, we found 2. I mean,
You'll
I'm
make
pretty
him
sure
grumpy.
we can
Just. I think you did good. That'll stay between us.
Okay. Okay.
And maybe at some point later on, Razor, you take a look at the note,
Mhm.
the tablet that you found, which very much reads like, yeah, a note of some sorts, like a letter
Yeah.
to somebody. And maybe in
Whatever
parallel,
you do,
like,
don't drop the Welkinstone. I repeat, do not break the
here's the
Welkinstone.
code to get in, and
I
make
thought it was
sure you
already
don't
broken.
break it.
Here's the
You
code
know
to
what
get in.
happens.
Make sure you don't break it.
Love, Mark.
That's love, Mark.
Um,
That's exactly how the letter goes.
you notice that it maybe has like a stain on it, like blood or something. Like this person wrote it in their last moments. But it mirrors Vale maybe pulling out the note that he has,
Mm-hmm.
um, supposedly written to. I guess he didn't say. I guess the guy who came out of the woods with the burnt eyes and the supposed scroll.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say It says my love, but it doesn't say specifically who it was for. But the note again, it's got the with love
But
at the
why?
bottom and those same
That's
symbols.
so bizarre, though. Why would he? Why would he? How would he? How would he know that language?
Oh no, sorry, no. It doesn't. Not on his note. I'm just trying to
Oh.
draw a parallel between this guy wrote a note
Oh,
of,
okay.
if you read this, it's probably because I'm dead. The
Right.
tablet you have is also probably
Is
very much
very
along the same
very
lines.
similar. Of like,
Like,
if you're reading this, I super died down here.
hmm
Don't break the Welkinstone.
yeah.
Well,
Look,
we
Written to a
might be able
loved
to get
one.
something for it. Obviously, not as much as we could have.
given enough time and a properly interested mage, there should be a tower of mages, I believe, in the Imperial City. Would they not appreciate the challenge
Yes,
of rekindling
yes,
an ancient artifact?
yes, they would. I know them well enough,
See? Then
and
all's
they'll
well.
give us a decent price for it as well.
Perhaps
Still, though, to have
even
it
you
packed,
could
to
take some
have
time to study it and see if you can repair it on your own. You know alteration magic. Changing the fabric of reality.
don't talk to me about that.
Oh,
Hey, I
come
do
now.
alteration.
There are 3 of us here that know alteration magic.
No. You dabble in alteration magic.
Almost all of you know alteration.
What?
Perhaps our theories
You don't know.
combined can come to some sort of assisting conclusion. And maybe we'll learn something from you in the process.
Oh, you'll learn something, all right. You'll learn how fragile everything is and how
Like the stone.
how utterly mind altering alteration is at the end of the day.
But Tish.
Well, we're pretty much done here, but as you guys are walking, I want to check in again. with Vale, who is carrying the MacGuffin.
Mm.
What
Is he
what are your
carrying the
what are your thoughts? The MacGuffin I refer to is the scroll.
The scroll, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the trip underground was certainly of interest, and I saw some exciting things. But the sun has come out, and the travel is bright, and I'm looking forward to civilization again as I put one foot in front of the next, and the hopes that whatever is written here and we find at the Imperial City is one more step on that path of my destiny.
All right, Bilbo.
Unbeknownst to our protagonists here, uh, there's a village not far ahead that you're headed towards, and inside the church something awakens. Anywho, that's going to be the end of this. Thank you. I will do better job at like paying attention to chat and stuff. It'll go smoother. We won't have as many audio issues. We got this.
Yeah, we'll run tests next time earlier.
Can I just? I'm so happy you threw it.
I know.
I'm so upset you threw it.
My character, cause me, I would want to put it back in, but I was like, what is my character gonna do? And my character really is not used to making decisions, so she panicked, and I was like, bam!
Bodhi, why?
You
Because
listened to Bodhi.
I practically
we
listened
didn't
to
know
most
for
of the
sure what it
Bodhi.
was gonna do. It could have, when it got back in that socket, started shooting fucking lightning at us.
That would have been a better outcome.
No, because then Win and I would be dead.
Yeah, but we
That would've
still
been
have
better.
an
Wait.
intact Welkinstone.
If you could get to it, lightning hurts. I'd like to see anybody else in this group get to that stone without dying, besides Win and I, after it starts shooting lightning at people.
Yeah, I would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gotten it without breaking it.
We got there.
But I'm going to end the stream now. If you guys were happy to keep talking about it.
Alright.
Chat, whose side do you take?
Who's
That's true.
I wanna hear in the
Obviously, you
comments.
take my side. This is non-negotiable. They shouldn't have broke it. They were reckless.
Who are
It
the
was
Daedric
still
princes
fun.
most entertained by?
Ooh, we have a vote for Win. Take that,
This-
Razor.
This artifact belongs in a museum.
Okay, Indiana Jones.
Well, I mean, even in pieces, it still can.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, there's another. There's one for me.
What? Okay, well, I just wish I'd caught it.
Yeah,
That
well,
would
that
have
was
been
your
pretty
thoughts as you
entertaining.
think about as we get your internal monologue, it gets a little bit overridden by the.
I mean, I'm not surprised that Hermes Mora is like, oh yeah, no, Razor was totally in the right.
Okay, well,
Yeah. Any last word? I'm
Have a
gonna
good
give
night,
the
everyone.
last word to you, Vale, and then I'm just gonna end it. So whatever epic saying you have, that'll be the end of the stream.
I'm just going to want to shout out to Bodhi's ghost head the entire episode. Thank you for Bodhi's ghost head. It's not an in-character epic thing, but
Perfect.
it looks fantastic on Twitch. Like, just fantastic. Anyways, see y'all later.
I